Donald Trump on Wednesday appealed a judge's refusal to dismiss New York Attorney General Letitia James' civil fraud lawsuit against him and his family business, 2 days after the case went to trial. The appeal to the Appellate Division, a middle-level appeals court, was filed as Trump sat in a Manhattan courtroom watching an accountant who used to work for him testify as the state's first witness. James accused Trump, his adult sons Donald Jr. and Eric, and the Trump Organization and others of inflating property values over a decade, and Trump's net worth by up to $2.2 billion. The Attorney General said the staggering fraud was meant to help Trump obtain favorable terms for banks and insurers. On September 26, Justice Arthur Engoron found conclusive evidence that Trump inflated his fortune by overvaluing his Mar-a-Lago estate, his Trump Tower penthouse apartment, and various office buildings and golf courses.
They were void of any facts and/or any evidence. What they were comments that unfortunately fomented violence, comments that I would describe as race-baiting, comments, unfortunately, that appeals to the bottom of our humanity. This case was brought simply because it was a case where individuals have engaged in a pattern and practice of fraud. And I will not sit idly by and allow anyone to subvert the law. And lastly, I will not get bullied. So Mr. Trump is no longer here. The Donald Trump show is over. This was nothing more than a political stunt, a fundraising stop. And now we can continue to go forward with our trial, and we are confident that justice will be served. Thank you all for coming.
Engoron also ordered the cancellation of certificates that let some of Trump's businesses, including the Trump Organization, operate in New York. The appeal addresses all of Engoron's main findings. Trump has called the judge deranged and suggests on Monday that he be disbarred. He has also said James based her case on fraudulent numbers as part of a Democratic witch hunt against him. This is a railroading, Trump said on Wednesday.
Going down the line, page after page, document after document, and the bottom line is this is rigged. Because the judge knows whatever he's going to do. He said that Mar-a-Lago was worth $18 million, and it's worth $1.5 billion or thereabouts. But he said it was worth $18 billion. So they defrauded us because he called me a fraud. He called me a fraud, and he values Mar-a-Lago at $18 billion. $18 million. And you can't do that. It's worth probably 50 to 100 times more than that. And our corrupt attorney general, she's totally corrupt. She just wanted the publicity to run for governor. And then she failed running for governor. She had practically nothing in terms of vote. But she went after Trump because she was running for governor. That's the only reason. But she got the judge to value Mar-a-Lago for $18 million. When the smallest house in Palm Beach is probably worth $50 million. And this is the biggest, the best anywhere in the country. There's nothing like it. So they put it down at $18 million, and they said, I overvalued it because we had it valued at a much lower number than it's worth. And by the way, my financial documents are valued much less than my actual value, which nobody even knows. But the financial documents that I gave to the bank are much less than my actual net worth. So therefore, I gave them to the bank. There can't be a fraud because I gave them lower numbers. I'm probably one of the only people ever to seek a loan. I didn't even need the loan because you see the kind of cash I have. I didn't even need loans. Maybe you don't do a deal or two. But I have a lot of cash, a lot of everything. You know, a lot of people are very surprised at how successful this is. You saw it today with the kind of cash I have and the kind of success we've had. But I'm a private company. I was never going to reveal this kind of stuff, but now it comes out. It comes out because a corrupt attorney general sued me for fraud. And then they found out they had no case. And they have no case. And today, if you read the New York Law Journal, they basically say they have no case against Trump. But I'm here, stuck here, and I can't campaign. I'd rather be right now in Iowa. I'd rather be in New Hampshire, or South Carolina, or Ohio, or a lot of other places, but I'm stuck here because I have a corrupt attorney general that communicates with the DOJ in Washington to keep me nice and busy, because I'm leading Biden in the polls by a lot. That's all this is. This is election interference. They made up a fake case. They're fraudulent people. And the judge already knows what he's going to do. He's a Democrat judge. In all fairness to him, he has no choice. He has no choice. He's run by the Democrats. I know this city better than anybody knows this city. Nobody knows it like I do. He's a Democrat judge out of the clubhouses. He's controlled, and it's a shame. What's going on here is a shame. Our whole system is corrupt. This is corrupt. Atlanta is corrupt. And what's coming out of D.C. is corrupt. But this is a good one, because this one is interesting. This one is very interesting. Why attend? Because I want to point it out to the press, how corrupt it is, because nobody else seems to be able to do it. New York Law Journal today did a very good job. And others have done a good job. They say there's no case here, but we have a corrupt attorney general that tried to make a case. Thank you very much.
Trump, a Republican, leads his party's race for the 2024 presidential nomination. The appeals process could extend beyond the trial, which could last into December. Engoron is hearing the case without a jury. He will review other claims including falsifying business records, insurance fraud, and conspiracy, and whether the defendants should pay $250 million in penalties. James also wants Trump and his adult sons permanently banned from running businesses in New York. Trump separately faces 4 criminal indictments over his efforts to stay in power following the 2020 election, his handling of classified documents, and hash money paid to a porn star. He has denied wrongdoing and pleaded not guilty. The government cases have strengthened Trump politically, and his campaign is using them to raise money by portraying him as a martyr.